This is the psychiatrist Manaan from the Queensland Health Facebook page. It says, meet Dr. Manaan hashtag health hero, a health hero. Psychiatrist and Divisional Director of Mental Health with the Princess Alexandra Hospital Metro South Health. Manaan. This was posted on 28th June. 2 weeks after I was released from the hospital. And I asked to see Manaan as soon as I was admitted. But he didn't come and see me. He put me under junior Indian psychiatrist, a fellow called Parasha, and Anup Joseph, Indian psychiatrist, years junior to me, who don't know anything about the brain or psychiatry. Neither does Manaan. He couldn't get into psychiatry in India, so he went to England to work for the NHS, the corrupt NHS in England. He was first employed by Oxfordshire. Then he was employed by Cambridgeshire and Peterborough Foundation Trust, where he was in charge of a big budget and a big workforce, and he boasted that he trained in Oxford and was working in Cambridge. He was a con man. He said he's against coercive treatment and set up a thing called promising less coercion. But he abandoned that project and came to Australia, which he called Down Under. It's not Down Under. And he came to Australia and took over a position at the PA hospital in 2018. He was invited here by the executive director of the PA hospital, David Crompton. It says Manaan is on a mission to save men's lives. I'm salivating. That's my saliva falling from my mouth because of the drugs that this guy's underlings injected into me on the orders of a woman called Frances Dark. She rubber-stamped that treatment. Frances Dark has worked at the PA hospital for 28 years and knew my father. And she told me I wouldn't be free of the psychiatric system. She said it's not very nice, but until he passes away. That's ridiculous. They've been siding with my father, saying that I was paranoid to believe that he supported the Tamil Tigers. Tamil Tigers were trained by Indians, by RAW, Research and Analysis Wing, which is now privatized, called phronesis, which means intelligence in Greek. And it says Dr. Manaan is on a mission to save men's lives. He says often the starting point is a simple conversation. He refused to speak to me on the phone or in person. When we catch up with our male friends, we need to get in the habit of asking them how they're feeling. It's very important. They've got a full stop and then haven't got a capital. It's very important we begin normalizing the idea that Australian men can and should talk about their emotions. He doesn't talk about his emotions. Talking about your emotions can make you vulnerable. And it's a cliche. It's a cliche about Australian men. It's British men who don't talk about their emotions. Emotionally stunted, like this fellow. He's vain, promotes his crummy photography and his crummy Hawaiian guitar playing on his website. Thanks, Dr. Manaan for the important work that you do. He boasts that he's got a master's degree in psychotherapy, but it's a bought degree, a bogus degree from an irreputable company, school in India, in Chittoor. Then he wrote an article on PubMed, not PubMed, ResearchGate, which he says was thoughts of an Indian psychiatrist. He wasn't a psychiatrist, he was a psychiatry registrar. And he claimed to be a psychiatrist. Then he put his LinkedIn page, he spelled his name Manaan, M-A-N-N-A-N, without a photograph of him. His name is Manaan. Manaan is a Muslim name, but it's also a Tamil name. Manaan from Bengal. He says that he went to the premier Indian medical school, the first university to teach Western medicine in India, in Calcutta. And they employ this vain, arrogant man, this hypocrite, to run the psychiatry unit of the abusive PA hospital. This posting has got 2,000 likes and hundreds of loves. It's ridiculous. That's because Queensland Health has paid Facebook to boost the posting. That's where taxpayers' money gets spent on, promoting this con man, Manaan. I'm very angry. I'm very angry. He wants me to talk about my emotions. I'll talk about my emotions. My emotion is anger. I'm laughing, but it's not funny. This guy's a criminal. Yeah, he's a criminal. Guilty of egregious human rights abuses in England and Australia. I want him charged with crimes against humanity. Thanks for watching the Hub Legal Department.